completely moot. Because that's not where we're headed, Dice. We're not going to New York.
No, we're not going to Tokyo, Museum. Tokyo 2099 it will be, as we get into game number 2 between Aquamarine and PawnStars. Hopefully now with all of our issues sorted out, we can get a closer look at these two teams and what direction they're going to opt towards here. We saw that Wolverine being banned out last time, Muzi. Do you think something very similar is going to come out this time, or maybe a little bit different?
Would almost expect Wolverine to be banned by one of the teams, because you're going to want to run Doctor Strange. And
yep, that's true.
Because we know Tim Tam loves this Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna ban that Wolverine. You need that Wolverine off the board in order for Tim Tam to be able to perform to their fullest potential.
It's going to be the Black Panther banned away here by the PawnStars. So still that dive character being taken away, and now Magneto banned by Aquamarine. So this could potentially be a Wolverine angle, being able to bring him out and punish out a Doctor Strange, realistically, from both of these tank players, Muzi.
And I do scratch my head a little bit at that. I would hope maybe to see the PawnStars protect the Wolverine if they have players that are willing to block it. That's another point that we have to think about as well. Yes, there are going to be characters that do extremely well into some of these heroes, but if you cannot play them, there's no point. Just like for like the triple strategist comp that we see, breaking out into higher tiers, that if you can't play it, don't bother. It is going to be Psylocke and Winter Soldier that are protected, and Namor and Hela banned away. Hela banned makes me think we could see Iron Man or Storm, the hit scan character that does so well against those picks. Now we have the opportunity to free up the skies a bit.
Yeah, we certainly do, and it's a lot of characters being locked in here. Morbid Will is going to go back towards that Psylocke by the looks of it, and I'm excited to see this Star-Lord potentially being pulled out. We know how strong it can be, Muzi, and the impact that Star-Lord can have, as we will be shortly getting into our game here between these two teams. Morbid Will at the moment is hovering the Jeffrey, but I imagine he's getting those bubbles out right now, giving his team some of that additional movement speed, get to that point a little bit sooner and have a bit more of an impact, a bit more time to set up, Muzi.
Gotta love the ability to swap from hero to hero.
Mm-hmm.
Just get people out onto the point. I do want to see Aquamarine take a little bit more of a defensible position. You do see that they have the Wolverine on lock, ready to fight against Shazza, who's going to be on that Doctor Strange. So I would expect to see, you've got your 3 strategists. They're just going to be right behind Tim Tam, keeping that Doctor Strange alive, while Morbid Will is going to be looking for those Psylocke flanks, try to see if he can pick off Azure, and Goldfree's job is to find Doctor Strange and kill him, take him off the map. I don't want to see that guy anywhere near me.
Oh, wow, look how quickly Hyper's having to play on this Star-Lord, looking for these opportunities on the Wolverine there, and really positioning around those corners, making sure he's not getting himself too far out of position. But look how quickly PawnStars have managed to push through this corner already. Daxu on this Winter Soldier. He's going to start looking for kills very early here and build up that ult charge quickly on that Winter Soldier.
That Kraken impact can be a lot to contend with. I'm going to need both Hut and Zero to just put everything that they can onto Tim Tam. Like I said, it's just the gameplay of, I just got to keep this Vanguard alive. And with 3 strategies, you can do that.
Sure.
But with gold free on this Wolverine, you can imagine that the best defense is going to be a solid offense.
Getting up into the air quickly here as PawnStars are going to push up onto this staircase and look around the corner. A lot of damage coming out from Daxu, looking to try to lock himself into that first blood damage, but Loki is going to heal through all of it very quickly as Hut using that Cloak and Dagger ult to heal his team and create enough space for Aquamarine to push forward, and a big back off there as Shazza goes down for PawnStars. First blood coming out early here, Muzi, but turned around on as Goldfree picks up one. Daxu goes down. That's exactly what you need to see. You can't let that Winter Soldier start popping off. That's a great stagger to be able to get early on in that fight, Muzi.
So PawnStars, they have 4 ultimates available, coming up on 5 here. This next push is going to be critical for Aquamarine to hold the line. They only have the Invisible Woman ultimate, that invisible boundary to fend off all the damage that's about to come through. Here goes the pop from PawnStars. They want to go in.
Oh, Eye of Agamotto into the back line as well. Shaz is going to find a 3-man stun there, looking for Monovich, but immediately has to get his shield up as the opposing Invisible Woman and the ultimate coming down. Look at all the kills for Aquamarine! Goldfree gets a triple kill, and it was off the back of the Eye of Agamotto music. Huge!
Tim Tam is a monster. What just happened? Eye of Agamotto just shuts down everybody. PawnStars doesn't have an opportunity to use these ultimates that they've been charging up. They're still sitting on 4, and now Zior has Fate of Both Worlds for the next push. Aquamarine's looking really good here.
Tim Tam will be able to heal up. That triple support coming in handy as the Kraken is going to be impactful, but is it impactful enough? Morbid Will goes in with that ultimate, looking for kills, won't be able to find anything through all the healing. Daxu taking his time through these Lunar Snow ultimates to find an opportunity as Morbid Will going to look into the air here for Faye, but down he goes. Oh, sorry, that was High Bay on that Star-Lord, still finding damage as well into the backline as the Lunar Snow ultimate being impactful here. Back through does go the Star-Lord, but turned around on immediately all the way down to 30 HP. Will be able to survive there. No more kills coming through, but still pushing for now. The PawnStars as Goldfree will fall to Daxu there. That could be the opening here as Tim Tam finds an ultimate, but is it on enough people? No. Forced back is this Doctor Strange into the Invisible Woman ultimate music. It's still going on the fight.
The sustain from Aquamarine is absolutely nuts. Eye of Agamotto to open it up.
PawnStars
want to find this push.
Great ultimate there from that Eye of Agamotto. Will be enough to give PawnStars this checkpoint, Musi. Good fight there overall. Very, very high sustain comps from both of these teams. And I guess that's what makes these Doctor Strangers so impactful, is that it just completely eliminates the ability for sustain to come through, Musi.
There's no real CC cleanse in this game. There's no way to deal with Eye of Agamotto except just not be in the area when it's happening. Even though Aquamarine staggered their ultimates well, the Fate of Both Worlds, the Eternal Bond, Cloak and Dagger, and Luna Snow, the sustain is good, but when you can't act on anything, it gives Daxu and Hypa a chance to just lay on the damage and make good pushes.
Speaking of which, Daxu is trying to get into the backline one more time as Goldfree will go down. And in is that Winter Soldier looking for more DPS, and he will be able to find Tim Tam as well. This is a great push opportunity as the Kraken is impactful, and it's available here for this Winter Soldier, but no need to use it just yet. Still looking for DPS, and there it is. Can he get an again reset there? Zior goes down. He gets another one. Musi, he's looking for more. Daxu, triple kill. Oh, he gets a double pull there as well as he picks up the quad! He can't be stopped, Musi! What a push there for PawnStars! When will this end?
They're gonna walk up. It never ends. Look at him. Doctor Strange, Tim Tam ain't going in there, but what can he find?
Goldfree is in on this Wolverine, but down he goes immediately. Lunar Snow ultimate popped on the point here to be able to hold through for a little bit there for Aquamarine, but this is a terrible position for them to be in. Daxu popped off so hard and so fast there that, yeah, now there's another Lunar Snow ult, this time for PawnStars, and I don't think Shaz is going to find impact here with this ultimate. Yes, he did. Down goes Zior.
Yeah, Eye of Agamotto. They are able to pick up Zior. That's one less strategist to deal with. And you can imagine that PawnStars are just going to walk this down. The stagger is solid.
He's back. He's already got his ultimate back as well. Musi finds Morbid Will and looking for Goldfree triple kill again here for the Winter Soldier. It's another quad for Daxu. He's huge, Musi.
Somebody needs to put this man in a box. Get Daxu off this character. I don't ever want to see a Winter Soldier in my game again. If I'm Aquamarine, Daxu's a menace that has to be put down. Aquamarine has one last stand that they can make here with no adjustments coming out from their team comp. They do pick up a Loki and a Storm. Hopefully the damage will be good enough. But honestly, I feel like PawnStars has such forward momentum going into this next push that they're not going to slow down.
Morbid Will, he's able to find the damage onto Daxu. Kafune does go down, so trading out that support, not ideal, but this gives Godfrey an opportunity to push in here and look for some DPS. He's trying to find damage onto Shazza there, but the shield is doing a lot of work, and it will keep Shazza alive with the abilities and the healing, from Azure Bear and Bushy. Hype does go down there. Azure trying to find some DPS. Morbid Will doing work as down goes Shazza finally here. Good hold by Aquamarine for now as Tim Tam trying to push out onto Daxu. Risky play though, as Godfrey is going to be pushed back immediately.
Aquamarine does have God of Mischief available, and with the Omega Hurricane on lock here as well, you can imagine that they'll be able to hold the line for a bit, but what does Daxu have to say about it? Look at the damage he puts in.
Immediately finds Tim Tam, and he's going to fire off that ultimate! Double kill already for Bucky! Trying to find some more, but he's inside that Lunar Snow ult, so won't be able to find enough DPS or burst there to get the kills as Hype is going to use this Star-Lord ultimate. He is legendary one more time, and Hut will go down as Zorbek credited with that kill. Another kill there for Hype 2 is going to allow PawnStars to push through and hopefully get this point under their belt. Tim Tam, no ultimate available as Kafune is going to switch over onto that ult into Lunar Snow, keep his team alive for a little bit longer. Morbid Will is in, but Kafuno's down, and so is Sior. PawnStars are pushing through as Dax is looking for more. Musi, this could be it. Godfrey pulled in and goes down!
Daxu is cleaning house right now. PawnStars get that push in, and they will earn themselves 3.17 seconds to spare. The damage was just too good from this PawnStars composition. Daxu and Hypa were just laying on the DPS. No amount of sustain in the world is going to save you from that Kraken impact when Daxu is able to isolate these strategists and get solid resets one after the other. It is actually gnarly what this character is able to do.
What it comes down to is respect at the end of the day, is you have to respect the resets of that Winter Soldier, and you, at this point, almost need to be able to hold an ultimate for when he has the Kraken impact available. We saw Kafune hold the Loki ultimate to switch off into Lunar Snow and get that extra bit of sustain there, and it was impactful when he had that time. Unfortunately, Musi PawnStars just had too many ults available. They had too much push on their hands, and Daxu had created too much space for his team by that point. But I think that we need to see Aquamarine really respecting what Daxu was able to do.
Absolutely. And I want to see Aquamarine try to pivot a bit from this triple strategist composition. I think if they had a little bit more damage on hand, that they could respond to Daxu on this Winter Soldier. If we can get somebody to flank, get behind, take out a strategist, or maybe one of the duelists that is just causing all this havoc for this Aquamarine comp, then they might be able to find a little bit more success. Their first few holds were strong, it was good, but once they caved into that pressure, they were not able to stop the forward momentum from PawnStars. Now with PawnStars on the defense, they're still feeling good about the fact they won that last game. They just had a great push. These players are going to be on it, and they're not going to be afraid to take fights.
Not at all, as Zorbear will pick off Godfrey early there. We'll pick off, Godfrey early there, who switched himself over onto that Winter Soldier himself, trying to punish out, potentially, the impact that Daxu is having and the front-lining potential that he's got there, but falling this early, not great here for Aquamarine. Godfrey is going to come back up and look for some kills, a little bit of damage onto this Star-Lord, and it's a good position to be in as well for this Winter Soldier, as Tim Tam should be able to get this cart around the corner pretty quickly here, Musi, but it's a difficult position to be in. I think PawnStars are building up their ults pretty quickly here.
And once they have those ultimate abilities out, whoa, Morbid Will finds Hypa there. That might be what Aquamarine needs to crack open this egg. Omega
right into the back line. Love to see it. But the healers, they're keeping each other alive so effectively. Morbid Will was not able to find the impact, and the rest of his team just didn't dive alongside him there. Do you think that's worth it, Musi? There was a lot of space created. They've gotten themselves to the staircase off that. But is it enough value, do you think, off of the ultimate there from the Storm? Or do you think these healers just got a bit too much value off of what they can do, Musi?
They did force out the Invisible Woman ultimate. PawnStars won't have it for this next fight, but they don't need it. Fate of both worlds. Daxu has ultimate. A lot of abilities available. Eye of Agamotto.
Tim Tam will find one as Morbid Will picks up another, and Godfrey will find the third here. Great fight so far, but Daxu has a lot to say about it. Will go down, though. Nearly an ace here for Aquamarine. Daxu not able to get into the back line and completely carry his team at the end of that fight. Not impressed, honestly, Musi, to see this Lunar Snow ultimate being used. I think maybe not ideal there to waste that in this situation unless there's a portal coming out. And so there is, but Godfrey, he's used the Kraken impact already, and he's resetting crazy, but Hype punishes it out immediately with that ultimate from the Star-Lord. That's a great punish and a good hold so far on this point, as Lunar Star ultimate will be forced out of Aquamarine here, but I think they're going to get this point pretty quickly, Musi, as the ultimate coming out from Morbid Will.
Whoa! Okay, Aquamarine got something to say. Morbid Will finds themselves that triple, and Aquamarine will get themselves that first point. They got 4 minutes to make this next push, and I honestly do believe that Morbid Will, with that initial Storm ultimate, was able to force out the ultimate from the Invisible Woman, stagger those strategist ultimates, so that when Goldfree is ready to make that push with their Kraken impact, PawnStars won't have as many tools available to fend that off. And it did force Shaza to make that portal to try to make that last stand, but the momentum from Aquamarine was just a little too strong, a little too much, but PawnStars have a chance to rally and hold at this next point.
Look, this is still a good opportunity for PawnStars. They've wasted out a lot of ultimates, and especially the ult from Morbid Will. They're no longer having that Storm to rely on as Godfrey will pick off Daxu. That's a great 1v1 there between the Winter Soldiers here. And being able to punish Daxu, not letting me into the backline, very, very important here for Aquamarine.
Aquamarine needs to make sure that they stop Daxu and also Hypa, who had a huge ult in that last fight, turning off Goldfree. So I need to make sure that Aquamarine is respecting the duelists, the damage that they can put out from PawnStars, who, by the way, has 4 ultimates now. They want to stop this push.
They do want to stop this push as Hype's going to go into that Star-Lord ultimate, looking for the kill, and we'll be able to find it onto Zior. Down goes a healer here, but blocked off is that shield there from the Invisible Woman, going to prevent Star-Lord from having that impact, as Goldfrey looking for a pull into the backline here, might be able to find Daxu as his ultimates come up, and the Kraken can always be impactful, Musi. Going to try to wrap around the back here as Morbid Will looking for some DPS, but it's going to be Daxu firing off the Kraken impact, and he's punished immediately, but still managing to find a few kills there as Shaza picks up Goldfrey as well, so there's no counterplay from this opposing Winter Soldier. Musi, it's a rough position now for Aquamarine to push through this last little corridor.
Even though Kafune did a great job neutering the damage that Hypa was putting out with that Galactic Legend, it's just not quite enough, because PawnStars, I feel right now, they're playing very cohesively. They're responding to threats very well. If somebody's damage is getting turned off, the team is able to turn around, look at that Invisible Woman and say, hey, stop doing that. They're playing with their ultimates very well, and you can imagine that's going to get very frustrating to deal with here.
Goldfrey and Morbid Will have already picked off 2 kills, and here comes the ultimate from this Storm as well, looking for DBS into the backline, and it will be enough! The Hyper carries her in, and down go the PawnStars team! Wow, what a push from Aquamarine.
That was disgusting. Morbid Will is the Daxu of Aquamarine here, because the damage that they put out and the consistency that they can do it. I love these Omega Storm calls from Morbid Will. They just break open the opposition that is PawnStars and gives Aquamarine another chance to make this push. They only got a little more than 2 minutes to get in there, and Eye of Agamotto from Tim Tam is going to make sure they have more.
And Daxu does go down, so I'm going to call that eye value here already. Even though we didn't find those healers, which you typically want to see coming out from the Doctor Strange, Zior and Goldfrey have found a few kills, and that's going to get them around this corner very quickly. Now looking for some staggers here, as Goldfrey might look to get around a corner himself and position for a few quick picks here. Morbid Will in good position to do some DPS as well.
No real ultimates for Aquamarine. We do have God of Mischief for Hut. The question is going to be, what do we want to use that for? Daxu switches to Storm, might as well. And Hypa on the Moon Knight. I like this. Eye of Agamotto, it's huge.
Maybe not big enough here, as Hut is going to use that ultimate as well, countering out with that Loki into the Lunar Snow here. A lot of dancing going on as Goldfrey looking for DPS, and Hype actually goes down to Morbid Will, so that Moon Knight's not going to have impact. We know that Omega Stormcall is available here. That might be exactly what Aquamarine need to clean up some of these kills. They're waiting for the Lunar Snow ultimates too, and Daxu also has his own ultimate. Hut, though, is going to pick up Pushy, and that's a huge healer to have down here as Morbid Will. He's in the backline again, Musi, but can he find any kills? No! I have Agamotto is good, but Daxu is even better. He's in Kafune. Morbid Will, they're finding kills, but so is Daxu. Can this point be pushed through, Musi? Morbid Will looking for the 1v1 with the opposing Storm here. A little bit more DPS alongside Kafune will be able to do it. Daxu's still alive. Will he live? The point can't push through far enough though, Musi, and holding for now are the PawnStars. They're just barely touching.
PawnStars, it's just a last-minute effort to try to bleed away any possibility that Aquamarine have, but they all but have this point. They're going to be able to close this out. PawnStars need a miracle. Not going to be able to find it. Good push from Aquamarine.
Wow. Honestly, the fact that Aquamarine turned that around as hard as they did is insane. The speed it felt like with which PawnStars were able to push their first point there and get to 3 points, especially off of what Daxu was able to do. It felt impossible for a little bit there, Musi, for Aquamarine to be able to do the same thing. But they did it! They did it, and they did it well.
A lot of it is off of the back of Morbid Will on this Storm pick. I feel like I said, switching up the composition a little bit helps Aquamarine. When you have a character like Storm who's able to burst through the triple strategist healing, that's what you have to do in order to win these fights. No amount of sustained DPS is going to get you through these health bars. You have to make sure that if you want to kill somebody, you have to do it fairly immediately. So Storm, really solid for that pick. You also have Hut on this Loki, so the ability to say, okay, I want 2 Storm ultimates, I want 2 Eye of Agamottos, or oh, we need another invisible boundary. Like, the flexibility becomes very important in these higher level games. Options for players is probably one of the strongest things that you can give them. And it also saves them from any dive that Daxu is able to do with their Winter Soldier pick initially, or Hypa, who Daxu and Hypa have swapped their picks here. Hypa rocking Winter Soldier, Daxu may be feeling more comfortable on the Star-Lord.
Wow, Morbid Will as well, already getting off some early DPS. Maybe this is what you do, Musi, when you're at match point, you shake it up on them and scare them by going, you know, this isn't even my final form, this isn't even my pick. Watch as we switch it up and quickly pushing are the PawnStars. Now, the fact that we're 3-3 means that there's only about a minute on the clock for both teams here, a little bit less or a little bit more on either side there, but PawnStars really have to basically be always touching the point to be able to get value right now. And honestly, I would be surprised if they're able to get some early kills here, given the way that Aquamarine played that last little bit, as Tim Tam will be able to find Hype. That's a great start here for Aquamarine, and now pushing in even further, touching. Excellent play so far from Aquamarine. Looking for these ultimates coming up soon, Musi.
I like Aquamarine's chances here. They had a good hold the last time we saw them on defense. They're able to hold that corner especially well, too. So to drain out the clock, 3 seconds down, we're going into overtime. Ultimate's coming up. Is it going to be gold free?
In trouble there. Shazza is able to be credited with that kill as ultimates are coming up, and having that early kill on a defensive team means that, yep, Azure Bear straight into the Cloak and Dagger ultimate will be able to get into the backline, looking for some damage onto Morbid Will here as Daxu is firing off everything he has on this Star-Lord, trading off as well as he's going to find 3 kills for his team. Credited across the board there as Tim Tam goes down, and it's almost a clean sweep there for PawnStars. They have a pretty clear pathway to this first checkpoint, Musi.
And notably, the only ultimate used by PawnStars there was the Eternal Bond from Azure Bear, while Aquamarine used both that Loki God of Mischief and their own Eternal Bond. Wasn't enough, but the portal here, Tim Tam, getting ready for that big drop.
Come on, I have Agamotto into the backline. Great use of the shield there from his opposing Doctor Strange to prevent all of that value. It was up in the air. Is Daxu looking for some damage, but it's going to have to go through all of these Lunar Snow ultimates. We did see a Kraken impact coming out there, so no kills just yet. Waiting is Daxu going to try and look for some damage into the backline. Shazza! I have Agamotto into the backline. It will be blocked out just a little bit here. Still no kills going down, but Tim Tam low and Tim Tam down. Gold free though, looking to try to find value off the back of these Lunar Snow ultimates ending. PawnStars are winning the fight though. They're going to get the first checkpoint, Musi, and this is exactly what they needed. Touching for this long and getting to this checkpoint is huge after that early hold from Aquamarine.
PawnStars, with this push, at this point, the big goal is just going to be, we got to shove this cart as far as we can. If we get to the end point, that's freaking awesome. Go us, go team. But it's not likely. All Aquamarine needs to do is shove them off once. So at this point, PawnStars just want to get it as far as possible by themselves, a lot of breathing room for their own defense. And I have a lot of confidence in their own defense at this point. Aquamarine has not been able to hold it down at all. Daxu and Hypa, this switch has been working out well for them. And Shaz has had some pretty solid Eye of Agamotto. So when does Aquamarine get the chance to turn it around?
It's a hard place to be, and maybe Morbid will have something to say about it, as here comes the Omega Storm call. It's good as well. Finds one immediately, and it's a healer too. Down goes that Luna Snow, as Azure Bear will use his own ultimate on that Cloak and Dagger, going to keep his team alive and sustained. Daxu pushed back a little bit, looking for an opportunity here as the Eye of Agamotto comes down from Tim Tam. Again, not able to find the value that he's looking for. Kraken Impact is better though, and Goldfree is able to find a double kill. Kafune picks off another one as well, and this is going to be the point. Turned around there. Finally, Quadra for Goldfree. Aquamarine hold, but it's a hard push to make for Aquamarine here. Musi, what are they going to do?
I mean, me personally, I'd push the cart past 60.33 meters.
Good call.
That's just
Write
what
that down.
I would do, right?
I've heard you're looking for coaching opportunities. Can we get you on board for coaching?
Yeah, here's my first piece of advice.
Yeah,
Don't get hit. My second piece of advice, kill them before they kill you.
Okay,
my
all right.
third piece of advice, are you writing this down?
I'm writing this down everywhere.
All right, perfect. I mean, Aquamarine, they have a hard push ahead of them. PawnStars have earned back a lot of momentum, and I really thought Aquamarine was going to be able to hold that point initially there. The fact that they didn't, and not only are we, the spectators looking at this and going, that's kind of weird for Aquamarine. Aquamarine is going to be feeling that, right? What's on the line for us right now, Diceheart? We have Steam gift cards in Australian dollars, right? This is not a kid's game that we're playing right now. This is real. This is serious. I need more Marvel Rival skins, and the only way to do that is to push that cart.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, we joke about it, but for Aquamarine, this is it. This is their last push. If they can't win here, they're out of the tournament. And they must be feeling that pressure right now at 3 and 4, 60 meters to push here. That is the most pressure that they've felt all tournament here. Losers bracket, last opportunity to get their Steam gift cards and potentially get a battle pass worth of Steam gift cards. This is their chance.
I mean, I use Steam gift card. I go over to Woolworths, get some Tim Tams, like Tim Tam, on this Doctor Strange. You got to do what you got to do. But first, before we can even start thinking about that, we got to make this push. And initially, it's looking pretty well for them. But honestly, PawnStars,
Goldfree in the back line.
Hold is so good. Daxu
finds one, but Goldfree turns it around. Great positioning there by the Winter Soldier. Azure doing a good job healing up his team, but Goldfree is down as Shaz is credited with that kill. This is a good push so far for Aquamarine, but they're not currently holding the point. PawnStars have their hands on it for now.
I want to see Aquamarine maybe make some quick switches to their composition. I want to see a more aggressive leaning. This triple strategist is great for sustained damage, great for sustained fights, but we need big burst. We need big damage. We get some big damage here, but with Loki able to just heal it back up, PawnStars can't get dove on with this Loki pick, so I just want more DPS coming out from Aquamarine, and with 10 seconds left on the clock, I don't think they can find it.
Ultimates are coming up. Kafune has his available as the Kraken Impact will start to come down here from Hype, but he's not able to find a lot of value there. This might be a good opportunity for Aquamarine to start turning around some kills. Goldfree's not too far off his own Kraken Impact. Eye of Agamotto blocked off completely there for Tim Tam. He's had such a difficult time dealing with Shazza, and now Shazza's going to find a great Agamotto into the backline. Down go Morbid Will and Goldfree immediately. This is great for PawnStars. They found a perfect place to hold as Zior's going to use his own ultimate, and Hut has already used his to be Luna Snow there for a little bit too. Daxu has his ult. He's into the backline here, waiting out for the rest of that Luna Snow ultimate to come down as Hut finds one. Daxu finds another, and Hype is doing so much work. This Goldfree is in trouble, but Morbid will be able to get into the backline with his own ultimate. Finds one. Kenny finds some more here. No, they were just Loki clones. Hype doing so much work. It's nearly over. Music quadra kill. Penta kill. Kenny get the Hexa here onto Zior. Pulls him back in. The game ends, Musi. No!
No hexakill, but instead you do get to take home that big old W, which is going to be worth a lot more at the end of the day. Oh my god, what a hold from PawnStars there.
Wow.
Just actual brutality. Daxu credited with the MVP, and I believe it because, good lord, Daxu and Hypa really showed up this game. 51 eliminations. What
Wow.
nonsense.
Excellent stuff. And, you can't get to 51 if the opposing team isn't making it a long game for you. So well played there to Aquamarine to get us out to this point. But it's going to be a 2-0 victory in favor of the PawnStars there to push us through that losers semi-finals. Excellently played by both teams. But wow, Daxu, Hype, everyone just looks so strong. The multi-kill kings of OCE are out tonight, Muzi, and I don't think that we're stopping there. I think that we're going to see a lot more multi-kills coming out, a lot more impact from a lot of these players.
I mean, I'm excited to see what they do going forward here because, good lord, what a treat to watch that go down. And I do have to shout out the fact that Aquamarine was looking really strong there for a while. Unfortunately, PawnStars just had, I feel like they just had this forward momentum that carried them through that second part of the game. Once they found what really worked, they were just able to use it and abuse it. Storm, what a character to be able to lay on damage, but it's just not enough in the face of the ability that Star-Lord has to flank and harass the enemy strategists, and Winter Soldier's ability to just stare at somebody and say, hey, I'm going to shoot you with my gun and beat the crap out of you, and now you're dead. I'll see you in like 6 seconds.
Well,